Oliver, I remember probably the last time we spoke to you actually was at Woking. Everything was looking good. You'd scored a couple of goals that night and you were looking forward to the season. How frustrating has it been after that?
Yeah, it's been a tough one. Obviously, looking forward to a new season is always a good feeling, and staying injury free. And obviously, the Woking game came and I got a couple of goals, and I actually had a back injury during pre-season, so it was a bit of an up and down pre-season. And then obviously I got a foot injury during the Woking game, and what put me out again for a little bit longer. So it's been a frustrating start, but like you say, I just want to sort of get back used to it now and getting back into the frame and getting in the swing of it.
That was your first game for a long time on Saturday, but you fitted in like a glove.
Yeah, it's just football at the end of the day. I really enjoy it, and I always miss it when I'm not playing, and when I play, I enjoy it again. So I just want to sort of play week in, week out, and just show what I can do, and just sort of get on with it now.
Because we watched you out there week by week training. How frustrating is that when you're champing at the bit to get back in, but an injury is holding you back?
Yes, it's a very tough one, and I've not experienced it myself throughout my career, having so many injuries at the start of the season. So it's just all about sort of getting the right frame of mind and working hard to get back fitness, working hard to sort of stop any plans of being injured again, and just, like I say, mentally and physically just getting in the right frame of mind.
Now, Kenny has kind of reinvented you as a central defender. How does that fit with you?
As you can see, obviously, I do enjoy playing, and I'm not afraid to play. It's not my main position, I'd say. I still class myself as centre forward. In the back of my mind, playing centre half could be a solution for future years to come and my career. And at the moment, if I'm playing at the moment for Portsmouth Football Club, then I'm just going to do a job and do as best as I can.
Because we had a guy called Steve Foster years ago who was a centre forward, got transformed to a centre half and went on to play for England in the World Cup and all sorts of things. I'm not suggesting you will, but that's how your life can transform in football.
Yeah, and maybe if I played a few games centre half and I looked really shaky and I was making mistakes, then we wouldn't probably be having this conversation. But I feel quite confident back there, and I feel like I could maybe have a career as a centre half in my next 5 or 6 years. I don't really want to throw away the centre forward, and don't want to be discarded of anything of what I can bring to a team playing up front. But if it's centre half for Portsmouth Football Club at the moment, then that's what I've got to concentrate on.
I mean, you've got the best of both worlds in a way, because you're defending, but you're coming forward for set pieces and always likelihood of scoring. Yeah,
obviously I'm going to miss trying to score week in, week out. I wasn't a prolific goal scorer, but I always did like to score a few goals, so I will miss that. And every time I'll go out for a corner now or a set piece, I will be trying to get on it just a little bit extra, just to sort of get them goals again and get that feeling again.
Can you ever take goals away from a natural striker then?
No, I wouldn't say that. And like I say, I'd like to think if I had a full season as a centre half, that I'd like to get into sort of 5 or 6 goals maybe for a season from set pieces and corners. And like I say, my season's only really started now, sort of coming back, so we'll see.
You won't get penalised far as often, will you, at the back?
No, I think you get away with it a bit more at the back, and it's a bit easier to read the game. And I've played centre forward, so I sort of know the sort of what a striker's going to try and get away, what a striker's not. So if I can sort of put that into my game, as knowing how to sort of what I would do if I just mark myself really in a game, sort of if I come up against obviously someone like myself, just how I would play as a striker. So you get used to it, and then, like I say, it's a learning curve as I go along. It
was some time ago, but you at least experienced a Southampton game in the Cup. How did you feel that experience was? Yeah, it was, like I say, it's one of the biggest derbies you can get, and I think obviously the weeks leading up to it, it was a big talking point, and sort of the night of it, it was a few nerves, a few little butterflies, maybe thinking that I'm going to play in this game. Obviously, I didn't think I was going to play centre half in the game. Again, it was a good experience, and obviously they're a Premier League side and they bring a lot of quality, and it showed. Obviously we could have maybe took the advantage and gone 1 or 2-0 up, but like I say, they
that's why they're where they are and where we are at the moment. But our fans were brilliant, and the actual occasion itself is I'll look back at this for years.
Is a Premier League strike force more cuter and that much faster than down here?
A little bit, but I think, like you say, it's just taking their chances. Like you say, we could have went 1 or 2-0 up, and they went 2-0 up like that. It's like a click of a finger. The sort of difference and chances that they take, it's like, that's why they're up there. And I wouldn't say like the pace and the fitness is major difference, but them sort of little errors and mistakes they capitalise on.
No, it's probably one of the best performances of the season, certainly away from home on Saturday. How important now is to keep that up tomorrow night?
Yeah, well, I thought obviously the first half it was tough. They had a lot of possession. They were a possession-based team, and we sort of ride the storm for the first half. Obviously, we got the one goal ahead, but like I say, we was talking about Southampton taking the chances. That's what it's sort of the same with us. We took our chances when we needed to, and made a game that it was quite tough, look easy really out on paper, 3-0. And we just got to go to Tuesday, and it's going to be a different game. They're going to be more bigger, more stronger, more powerful, more straightforward. So we just know we've got to be on our game and take that confidence from Saturday into Tuesday.
And going forward, do you see enough in this team that they're not far from challenging for those playoffs and perhaps automatic?
Yeah, I mean, from last season to this season, I don't see much difference. The only thing, obviously, we've had a different start, which is not a bad thing, because obviously Luton didn't have a great start and they went up, and so the start is irrelevant really if we sort of eradicate everything and sort of get back to the form that we can do. And the team and the players and the squads we got, we can easily sort of have a great end of the second half of the season. That puts us in a position that promotion or up there.
That penalty at Sunderland must seem, or at Wembley against Sunderland, must seem a long time ago now.
Yeah, obviously it's still sort of sticks at the back of my mind. Obviously scoring at Wembley, and every now and then I get a little mention from someone about doing it, and it's, like I say, I'm just glad I had the opportunity to do it, and that sort of that feeling will keep me sort of missing the centre forward role and wanting to stay a centre forward as long as I can, obviously until things change maybe. But yeah, it's a feeling that it won't go away, and like I say, it was a great day.
It's probably the best feeling you could have, scoring the winner at Wembley.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got a baby due in the next couple of weeks, so I think that feeling will surpass the penalty, but it'll be in my top 3 for probably the rest of my life, I suppose, yeah.
Well, we look forward to talking to you again on
No worries. Thank you.